Hey, in my last video I was showcasing this Dragon's B12 team that runs on 26 seconds average. I also said that you can downtune the runes quite a bit and it will still work. Turns out that this is about the lowest I would recommend to still run this team with. First, let's just look at the run to see that it works just the same. So here we have Sabrina, then we have Julie, leaving the side crystal alive. Then we have Shaina perfect AI skill 2, which clears the wave. That is probably the most difficult thing about this team to run. Then on the mid boss, you often will have to have Sabrina take a second turn. The third wave is just the same as the first one. Shaina clears. And on the dragon, we will not land in the perfect AI state, which will slow the run down in a lot of cases. As you can see, this is not perfect AI range, but it's about 75% chance that he will still use the skill 3, so it's fine. Let's look at the runes. We have Sabrina. I put her on crit rate slot 4. Her artifacts are still very good. It's the same as the previous video. She's still on Swift Fight, and yeah, just a bunch lower stats compared to the previous video. Then the Julie, she's about the same. She has a bit higher attack, a bit lower crit damage. The artifacts are the same, but Julie is generally just easy to run for this. You want to make sure that you leave the side crystals living. If you kill them, just tune her down a bit. Here are the artifacts. Then we have the Shaina. She's also quite scuffed. She is on rage, but I took away 50 crit damage from her, so she does way less damage now. The artifacts are still very good. And the most scuffed unit out of all of these is this Luna. She doesn't even have rage anymore. She just has this Swift and Despair rune. I took about 50 crit damage off of her. This is what the artifacts look like, still the same as from the previous video. And then this is the Liam. He actually has slightly better runes than the previous video, because it is very important that he doesn't die even if he gets crit on. If you cannot get his HP and defense this high, you can kind of get away with putting more damage taken from fire on him, but I wouldn't recommend going much lower on him, because if he gets crit on, he will die, and if that happens, you're looking at around 1 to 2% fail rate, which isn't horrible, but hey, it's not 100%. For the artifacts, damage on fire, damage taken from fire, and a bunch of crit damage as enemy HP is low. Here you can see the speed tuning, so Sabrina has to be at least 174 speed, 173 if she's not on Swift, and Julie, Shaina and Luna have to be between 178 and 169 combat speed. And then the Liam doesn't really matter, but he has to be faster than 163 combat speed. Here you can see the time distribution of the team when I downtuned the runes a bit. As you can see, most of the runs are still in the 25 to 30 seconds range, but in about 25% of the runs, Liam just doesn't do his skill 3, or the boss is left with a sliver of health, so other units have to move. It results in 29.8 seconds average. Now, if you were wondering why it failed once, this is why it failed once. So we have a missed defense break, and then we have a missed defense break, and yeah, there is no recovery from this. If this happens, you fail, but hey, that happens very rarely, so I'm fine with that. Just as a reminder, the previous team was running about 26.3 seconds average, so the downtuned version is running about 3 seconds slower. I'll now go over all the runes and artifacts again and show you some runs. Again, if you like this type of content, leave a comment down below, like the video, and consider subscribing. That's it for this one, and see you in the next one.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm